Today we are going to learn about chapter 14 class 6 topic the necklace. Here is a story about a pretty woman who live a luxurious life. Let's see the summary of this chapter. Uh, long time ago, one of the most pretty and charming girl was born. Her grace and beauty was so great that she was meant to line a luxurious life, wearing beautiful clothes, expensive jewelries, and residing in a big mansion. So here is the rest of the story. She could have easily been taken as a lady of great wealth, but it seemed that fate played a trick on her, and she was born into a poor family. They had no dowry for her. She finally married a little clerk, Louis, Louis, in a Ministry of Education. Madame Louis, as she came to be called, was very unhappy with her life. She believed that through she was born beautiful and clever. Fate, by not making her born in a rich household and married into a richer one, had played a cruel joke. She imagined vast salons decorated with antique silk, exquisite pieces of furniture, supporting parcels, ornament, were where she could give big parties. She wished to live a life of would complement her beauty. So, ladies, that lady, proud of herself, so because she was very beautiful and want to luxurious life, and when she and her husband sat down for dinner, while her husband exclaimed delightedly, "Ah, bro, what could be better?" She imagined delicate meals served on silver plates. Madame Loisel had no fine clothes, no jewel, nothing, and these were the only things she loved. She had a rich friend, an old school friend whom she refused to visit because she felt sorry for her after meeting her own friend. One evening her husband came home with an exultant air holding a large envelope in his hand. "So here's something for you," said her husband. He said. Swiftly, she tore the paper and drew out a printed card on which were these words: "The Minister of Education and Madame Rampunu request the pleasure of the company, and Monsieur and Madame Loisel. Madame Rampenu requested the pleasure of the company of Monsieur and Madame Loisel at the ministry on the evening of Monday, January the 18th. Instead of being delighted as her husband hoped, she flung the invitation across the table, uh, murmuring means sound talking by themselves. What do you want me to do with this? Why, darling, I thought you would be pleased. You never go out, and this is a great occasion. I had tremendous trouble to get it. Everyone want one. It is very select and very few go to the clerk. You will see all the really big people there." She looked at him out of furious eyes and said, "And what do you suppose I am to wear at such and fair?" She stammered, "Why, the dress you go to the theatre it in. It looks very nice to me." Madame Loisel started to cry. "What's the matter with you? What's the matter with you?" He asks, means her husband asks hesitantly. She replies, "Nothing. Only I can't go to his party as I don't have anything to wear." Means her wife complaining to her husband, I have no pretty dress, not necklace, not any pretty dress to which I am wear and go to the party. So she complained to her husband. uh, the husband was heartbroken. Look her method. He prested. How much would a nice but simple dress cost? She thought. She thought for several seconds, thinking how much money she could make her husband give her without him refusing. At last she replied, I don't know exactly, but I think I could do it with four husband French. Friends, he grew silently pale, for this was exactly the amount he had been saving for a gun. Nevertheless, he said, very well, I will give you 400 francs. The day of the party drew near, and Madame Loisel seemed anxious. Anxious. One evening, her husband said to her, "What the matter with you? You have been behaving very oddly. I am utterly miserable because I don't have any jewelry to wear with it." How stupid you are, exclaimed her husband. Her husband, go and see Madame Frostier, your friend, and ask her to lend you some jewels. You know her quite well enough for that. She exclaimed, that's true, I never thought of it. Next day, she went to see her husband and told her trouble. Madame Foster took Madame Loisel to her dressing room and said, choose, my dear. Madame Loisel finally chose a superb diamond necklace, which she wore with her gown. She was the center of attraction at the party because she wore diamond necklace, of course, attraction of the party. Everyone noticed her. Everyone noticed her. All men wanted to dance with her. All the ladies praised her. She received many compliments. Madame Loisel felt truly happy and thankful for the first time in her life. When they reached home, she discovered that he borrowed diamond necklace was missing. Means her necklace was lost. They looked everywhere but could not find it. Scared of going to the prison, they sold everything they had and borrowed many money and raised 36,000 francs to buy a replacement. The husband worked two jobs. They shifted to a smaller house, and Madame Loisel, who had dreamed of a luxurious life, had to do her own work. She came to know now what object powered means. In 10 years, they were able to pay back all the money that they had borrowed. Necklace. By then, she lost of her beauty and looked older. What would have happened if she had never lost those jewels? Who knows? Who knows? How strange life is, how fickle, how little a need to ruin or to save. One day she saw her old friend Madame Foster walking with her daughter. She was still beautiful and graceful. Madame Loisel decided to go and meet her friend and tell her about what happened. Good morning, Jan. The other did not recognize her. I am Mithil Loisel. Oh, my poor Mithil, how I have changed. Yes, I have had some hard times since I saw you last, and many sorrow and all on your account. On my account, how was that? You remember the diamond necklace you lent to me for the ball at the ministry? Yes, well, I lost it. How could you? Why you bought it back? I bought you another one just like it, and for the last 10 years we have been paying for it. For it. Understand it? You realize it was easy for us. We had no money. Well, it's paid for at last. Madame Foster had halted. You say you bought a diamond necklace to replace mine? And she smiled in proud and innocent. Happiness, Madame Foster deeply moved to her two hands. Oh, my poor Mithil, but mine was a imitation. It was worth at the very most 500 French. This story by the Guy Manifest. So thank you all. I hope you are understood by this chapter. So thank you. Read in the glossary, hard meaning, learn at home. Okay, thank you.